Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you're doing well. I am going to take a quick second, Virgo, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Virgo out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Virgo, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Virgo? Virgo. All right, Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Virgo, you are starting out with the Two of Pentacles reversed. You have the World card. And coming out together, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. All right, very nice energy here. I feel like you've kind of weighed up the pros and cons about a situation and you've made a decision. In that decision, you are kind of transitioning. You're closing something out so you can begin something fresh and new. There's definitely a lot of change that is taking place here. For some of you, this could have to do with work, or some of you could be doing some sort of a side hustle or entrepreneurial thing. If it is work related, you are feeling as if it's a step up, which is very nice energy. You're being very proactive. Now, others of you are making a decision to close something out in your life and begin this new adventure. You've looked at all of the details. You've been very careful about this. And now you're at the point where you have made the decision. You're going to take the action. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Virgo's energy. All right, Virgo, the person in your energy, we have the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and coming out together is the Hangman in reverse along with the Queen of Swords. Now, you might be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or possibly a Pisces. But I will say that this person is feeling rejected. They're feeling this sense of loss, abandonment. I do feel like they're very defensive right now, and their boundaries are definitely up. There's a lot of defensive energy here, but I'm also seeing that this person is standing their ground. I do feel like they want to talk to you. They feel like enough time has gone past and they do want to have some sort of a conversation. So let me see who is the energy between Virgo and this person. Show me the energy between Virgo and this person. You may have had some conflict with this person. The King of Wands. All right, so I feel like at some point you felt like this was your person. There's a lot of very fiery energy here. It's like a very passionate connection that you've had with this person. But I don't see you backing down either. You're taking action. And I do feel like you've really thought this through. You've really looked at what it is that you want to do here. And I do feel like you're being very proactive. I also have to say, Virgo, that your energy is showing me that you're extremely attractive and charismatic. Like, other people really genuinely enjoy being around you right now. It's a very like magnetic energy. So I do feel like this was a rather passionate connection you had with this person, but I also feel like you've kind of made some sort of decision. So let me look at what's affecting this connection. The Chariot in reverse. You might live at a distance from this person, and that could be presenting a bit of a problem. It might have created some conflict between the two of you. There is stuck energy. Something is not moving forward the way this person wanted it to. And I feel like that's because you've made this decision to close something out. You're transitioning in your life. It's like you're leaving one area, like one phase, not area, I guess phase of your life, and you're moving towards something else. Let me see, show me the outcome for Virgo. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or possibly a Cancer sign. Show me the outcome. The Strength card, sign of Leo, and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Now, in the outcome, this person wants to resolve the problems that are here. And I do feel like, you know, you've really looked at this, and I feel like you've made a decision. It's not clear to me yet what that decision is, but you do feel strongly about it. Because I feel like, Virgo, whatever this decision is that you've made, I feel that it wasn't made impulsively. You've really taken your time to examine this, to think about it. And there's changes happening for you. Now, you could be closing out this energy where things are stuck, not moving forward, conflict. You could be closing that out and starting a new chapter, or you may be closing this out entirely. We're going to have to clarify to see, but you feel very strongly about it either way, and you're being very courageous. Like, I don't see you blaming anyone else. I see you basically saying, this is my life. If I want changes, I have to make those changes happen. And I feel like you're courageously taking action. I will tell you, the person that's in your energy, they definitely do want to talk. And this is somebody who I do feel like they're eager to talk to you as well, because they want to work out the problems and the conflict. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and it does tell me that there may have been a very painful ending, or there could be possibly trying to avoid a painful ending as well. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Two of Pentacles in reverse? Either way, the underlying energy is one of healing and resolving issues. All right, we have the High Priestess reversed and the Seven of Swords reversed. Ouch. All right, so your decision was based upon finding out something that was deceptive. There was lying, cheating, stealing. There was some kind of deception that was discovered. And either it was discovered about you or about the other person. Take it as it resonates. But that decision was made based upon deception and secrets coming out. Whatever it is, you already know about it. Why is the World in Virgo's energy? Why is the World here for Virgo? So they have the Seven of Wands in the upright. You have it in the reverse. And you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you want to put an end to the conflict for sure. I do feel like you're focusing on what it is that's really going to make you happy. What is your wish? What is it that's going to make you feel satisfied, happy? And you're closing out anything that doesn't. Yeah, definitely doesn't. So let me see the bottom energy for Virgo. Show me the bottom energy for Virgo. All right. We have the Strength card in reverse, which you're reversing that in your outcome. We have the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Two of Swords. So here's the decision, and I feel like you were afraid to make that decision for a long time. I feel like you had to really look at this. You had to really think about what it is that you really wanted out of this situation. And that may have caused some conflict with this person because they may have felt like you weren't looking to move forward. I see a lot of indecision here, and I feel like at some point, and you know, I feel like that indecision wasn't because you didn't know what you wanted to do. A, you were protecting yourself, and B, you wanted to really look at the details. You wanted to figure out what was going to work, what wasn't going to work. And I feel like there was some fear involved as well, but you're overcoming that fear. And I do see there's communication here. I do see that you may be accepting an offer to work things out. I also feel like it took a while to get to this situation. The reason being because you didn't want this to crash on you. And I see with the Ten of Swords reversed, something here was really painful, or you're trying to avoid something that's could be very painful. So your decision was based upon something, though. It was about something that was deceptive. Some kind of secret came out. So just take that as it resonates. I don't feel like you were indecisive for any other reason. You just were afraid that things were going to take a downward turn, and you wanted to be sure what you really wanted. Let me look at this person's energy. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? There may have been an ending between the two of you. If so, this person felt very rejected. Show me the energy. Okay, Five of Cups reversed. And the Queen of Cups. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. This person is in love with you. Yeah, they want a second chance at this connection. They were feeling very heartbroken. They were feeling a sense of being unloved, a sense of loss. You know, they're hoping that there's a second chance, an opportunity for a second chance, because they are in love with you. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Show me the Seven of Wands for the person in Virgo's energy. More stuck energy. Six of Swords reversed and the Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, that was your first card out. So that's the stuck energy. Yeah, this person's feeling very defensive. They're kind of stuck in chaos, waiting for this decision from you. And feeling like things aren't moving forward. Why? Well, because a decision has to be made, and they were waiting for you to make that decision. So they basically felt like they were stuck in chaos, waiting to see what you were going to do. Let me see this bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for the person in Virgo's energy. All right. Three of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, and Temperance reversed. All right, so they didn't know what to do. So their guard came up. They were watching, waiting, wanting to talk to you. Their emotions have been all over the place, but they honestly didn't know what to do. That's why they're in this stuck energy. They may even feel like there was nothing they could do until you made this decision. So they definitely have not been very balanced. Their emotions have been up and down, up and down. I do feel like they were waiting to try to work things out, although they don't know how in the world things are going to get worked out. I feel like they are now tired of waiting, but until you make a decision, they feel forced. They feel like they are forced to kind of wait. They definitely need some healing. So let me see. Show me the energy between Virgo and this person. Show me the energy between Virgo and this person. Now, for some of you, it was you that was keeping secrets and had some deception here. So just take it as it resonates for you. All right, so we have the Hermit in reverse and we have the Star card. All right, so I do feel like you're getting your balance back. There's a lot of healing that's going on. And I feel like your decision was whether or not to work this out with this person, whether or not to heal this connection. I do feel like you're doing that. This person in your energy, I do feel like they're extremely focused on you. They're hoping that there is a second chance with you. I do see this person communicating with you. But I have to be honest, they're saying that the problems between the two of you was caused by you. They're saying that you were being deceitful, that you were keeping secrets. And those secrets got taken out. They got shown up or shown out. So it depends on your situation. I'm not saying that's true. I'm saying that's what this person feels, that you were the one that caused the rift between the two of you. They felt betrayed. They felt a sense of, loss. They felt as if they had been left out in the cold. I do see this person doing a lot of soul searching, and I actually see them reaching out to you. they may feel that the two of you are soulmates, or that the two of you are, you know, divine partners. And actually, you feel that same way too, or at least it's a thought that you're looking at. So I do see them reaching out to you after a period where the two of you kind of take a break. This person may have ghosted you in the past after everything got revealed. But just know that it's not because they don't love you. They were literally going through a very difficult time themselves. Why is the Chariot in reverse? Some of you are dealing with a Aquarius or a Virgo, another Virgo. I also see Sagittarian energy here. All right, we have the King of Cups reversed. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Wands. Interesting. So this could be about leveling up this connection as well. I will say that this person feels that they are heavily invested in this connection. I feel like you're kind of holding back until you see what it is that they're going to do. Because in the past, they were not willing to budge. There's a little bit of stubborn energy here. So I think both of you are kind of like, well, what's this person going to do? They're like, well, what is Virgo going to do? There is a heavy investment that each of you have made in this connection. Now, for you, I feel like you may feel that this is your divine partner, but the two of you are not on the same page. There's something here that was making you feel powerless. And I feel like you've pulled your emotions back pretty sharply. Some of you, I feel like, you know, you want to resolve the problems with this person, but you're no longer emotionally invested. And you may be closing this cycle out entirely for some of you. But there's this waiting, this patient energy. But as each of you are waiting to see what the other one's going to do, there is no forward movement in this scenario. And that's heavily affecting the connection. Now, in their energy, I will tell you that this person has not moved on from you at all. I do feel like they would like to resolve the problems. They want to level this up. Yeah, they want to level this up. For some of you, this person sees you as marriage material. It's somebody that is looking at you and saying, yes, we can make this work out. But we both have to we both have to invest in the connection. So they have not moved on. And they are studying you very intently to see what it is that you're going to do. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Virgo. Show me the outcome for Virgo. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the Magician in reverse. All right, a lot of stuck energy still. So I do feel like things are not going to move forward. There's a lot of this energy of waiting to see what the other person's going to do. And so this stuck energy is maintaining, and that's really what's affecting the connection at this point. You are feeling like this person is trying to manipulate you in some way. I also feel like for a lot of you, you wanting your independence. So I feel like this did not manifest the way you were hoping it would. It's triggering some fears for you. And I feel like some of you are just enjoying being single. You're enjoying having, you know, the single life. And so I don't feel like you're going to move forward with this. You are going to examine this offer because this person is offering to bring this into a higher level. But I feel like you don't feel like it's manifesting the way you want it to. But I don't feel like this is an easy decision for you. I do feel that, you know, you've been indecisive about whether or not to move forward with this. But ultimately, I don't see you either accepting or denying it. I see you basically stalling it and not moving forward. In their energy, I feel like they've been waiting. They feel like they're being forced to wait. They want to resolve the problems. We see this Ten of Swords here. They feel betrayed. They feel as if, you know, you're the one that's responsible for things not moving forward. They also feel like you're responsible for having broken their heart or betrayed them. Again, Virgo, I'm not saying that that's true. I'm saying from their perspective, that's what they're seeing. Now, they want a second chance at this. They want to They want to resolve the problems that are here. They're tired of waiting for this conversation, but I feel like they have to. They're forced to, because you're not intending to have this conversation with them. So that's going to make them feel betrayed all over again. You not moving forward is going to basically make them feel like it's, you know, yet another painful ending. But I don't think it's necessarily about this person. What I'm seeing is that there's some of you out there that just want your independence right now. You're enjoying being single. So I don't see this manifesting right now, but I also don't see it ending. I see it just stalling. So bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It does tell me that you're thinking about this. You're thinking about resolving the problems with this person, healing the connection. You're definitely healing. They are also healing. But it also tells me that, you know, you've looked at the past. You've seen everything that's here. And you might be saying, you know, this just isn't for me. I see this cup of love, but I have to let this cup of love pass me by because it's not really what I want right now. So let me pull an oracle card. I'm pulling for the sign of Virgo. Yeah, here it is. Number 30. It says making a choice. And that's pretty much what I was telling you. There's a choice that has to be made here. So hold on a second, and I'm going to read that for you. All right, it says you're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you need not be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from Spirit, and you will be led on the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Yeah, that pretty much sums up your side of the board. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Virgo. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype this video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are loved, and namaste.